Hello and welcome. My name is Christina from Empowered Creator. I am a mindset and conscious manifesting teacher and coach, and this is my YouTube channel. Here I talk about all things law of assumption, mindset, conscious manifesting, the quantum universe, and a lot more. And my goal is to simplify everything without the fluff. So if you guys like this content and you would like to see more of it, I would love it if you would subscribe to this channel, comment on this video, like it, share it, and stick around. Also, if you need help with your specific situation, I offer one-on-one coaching, email coaching, as well as custom subliminals for whatever needs you may have. I also have some self-study courses related to manifesting your specific person. So if you guys are interested in any of these services, the links are below in the description box. Click on them and they're going to take you to my website. With all that being said, let's dive into today's video. In today's video, I'm going to address how to let go of all fear. People manifesting their desires very often also carry the fear of what if it doesn't manifest? What if I fail? What if I'm wasting my time? What if this doesn't work for me? And so on. So in today's video, I want to talk about what, in my opinion, is the most effective method to get rid of fear once and for all, and to never, ever again get intimidated by the fear of failure in manifesting. So this is what I'll be discussing in today's video. Stay tuned. So first of all, in order to effectively banish fear from your life, and especially from your conscious manifesting, you need to realize where this fear comes from. This fear comes from your ego mind. This fear comes from what some people call your lower self, as opposed to your higher self, which is your higher wisdom, the part of yourself that has all the answers, the part of yourself that is connected to one consciousness. In contrast to that, your lower self, your ego mind, wants to keep you stuck where you are, wants to keep you stuck in the familiar. And as such, it's going to give you 1,000,001 reasons why to be scared, why to be so afraid of failure, why your desire is impossible for you, why you're not going to have it, why you have this block and that block, why you have that obstacle, or why your manifestation has this circumstance that is so insurmountable, and so on. These are all tricks, so to speak, for your ego mind to keep you stuck and to keep you from going into the unknown and imagining better for yourself and creating better for yourself. Your ego mind, your lower self, also tells you that a failure, or what you might perceive as a failure, usually most people perceive something unwanted happening in the 3D or some unwanted circumstance as a failure, when in reality it's just a temporary hindrance, a temporary obstacle, and in many cases it also proves to be a blessing in disguise, not to mention an actual bridge to bringing you your desire. But usually what people see as a failure is nothing more than a temporary setback. However, people are used to seeing things as final, especially things that they're afraid of, especially things that worry them, especially things that they don't like or they don't prefer. And so at that point, most people give up and drop everything. So between the fear of failure and the fear of assuming that any little thing, any little setback in your 3D that you don't like is proof of failure and is final and it's not going to change, you have this huge, strong, overwhelming fear that you might not succeed in manifesting what you want. And what happens then? Now that you know what fear is, where it comes from, what causes it, and what misconceptions feed it, you are ready to let go of it. How do you let go of it? By connecting with that part of yourself that is your higher self. That part of yourself that contains all your inner wisdom, all your ultimate infinite wisdom. That part of yourself that is actually connected to the one consciousness that we're all a part of, which is also the part of yourself that only knows love. It doesn't know fear, it doesn't know hesitation, it doesn't know doubts, it doesn't know insecurities. All these belong to your ego mind, to your lower self, to your lower mind. Your higher self only knows love. And so by connecting with your higher self, you are allowing fear to be transcended and to be transformed into love instead. And this is the place where you can manifest miracles. How do you do it in practical terms? You accept that your fear is there. You accept that there is that part of yourself, your ego brain, your ego mind, ego self, lower self, however you want to call it, that will always doubt, will always give you insecurities, will always give you fears. You embrace that it's there, you accept that it is there, you don't try to resist it, because remember, what you resist persists. You figure out where those feelings of fear are coming from, and by doing that, you start disassembling them, you start disempowering them, you start starving them of the power and the energy that you have given them previously over yourself and your life and your circumstances and your manifestation. You see the fear as something that is there, something that will always exist to an extent, but you put your awareness into where that fear is coming from, what is causing it, and once you figure that out, you are then free and able to let it go. And by letting it go, you automatically connect with your higher self. You connect with your higher vibration. You connect with that part of yourself that sees things from a perspective of love, from a point of view of love. And that is exactly what you do when you're focusing on your actual desire, on the actual feeling of the wish fulfilled. By having pushed aside the fears, the doubts, the insecurities, and so on, you are now seeing things from a place of love. You are seeing things from a place of acceptance, from a welcoming place, and you are drawing everything that you want in because your energetic output has changed and your own vibration has changed. From that of fear to that of love. So a lot of people, especially in the conscious manifesting community, try to suppress their fear, try to deny their fear, try to fool themselves that they don't have that fear, often by affirmations or by doing some technique or other. And the reality is all they're doing is they're suppressing their fear, they're stuffing it down. And the result is that the fear is not being addressed, is not being let go. The fear is just being stuffed down. And what happens is that over time, it's going to pop up again. However, by accepting that it's there, by accepting and realizing what's causing it and where it comes from, you are then free to let it go. You are free to disempower it, to starve it from power and attention and energy, and instead embrace that part of yourself, your higher self, that only knows love and only sees things from a place of love. Remember that the opposite of fear is always love. Love is thousands of times more superior vibrationally than fear, and as such, love can actually heal any and all fears and everything that results from those fears. So you stop fearing your fear, you stop denying it, you stop fooling yourself that it's not there. Instead, you accept that you have it, you accept that it's there, you don't identify with it, you starve it of the power it had over you by disassembling it and letting it go, and instead you start embracing love. And the more you do that practice, the easier it becomes and the less pronounced your fears become. In my opinion, this is the best, if not the only method to effectively ban fears away once and for all. Obviously, it's a process. Obviously, it takes some inner practice, but it's absolutely worth it so that you can overcome the fear of failure in manifesting and any other fears in your life once and for all. With all that being said, I'm going to wrap up this video here. I intend that this has helped. As always, I very much appreciate you guys being on this channel, watching this content. I love making this content for you. And as always, I look forward to seeing you all at the next video. Until then, take care and bye-bye.